Mold is something almost everyone has encountered at some point in life. It can appear on old bread, fruit, cheese, walls, wood, clothing, or in damp bathrooms and basements. To most people, it's simply an ugly green, black, or white patch that needs to be removed as quickly as possible. In reality, however, molds are among the most fascinating organisms on Earth and have existed for hundreds of millions of years. Although many people confuse molds with plants, they are not plants. They belong to their own biological kingdom, known as fungi. Unlike plants, fungi do not contain chlorophyll, which means they cannot produce energy through photosynthesis using sunlight. Instead, they obtain nutrients by breaking down organic matter around them. This makes molds one of nature's most important recyclers. Without fungi, dead leaves, fallen trees, animal remains, and other organic material would decompose much more slowly. Forests would gradually fill with undecomposed plant material. Nutrients would remain trapped, and ecosystems would struggle to function properly. Together with bacteria, fungi continuously recycle nutrients back into the environment. The visible mold that we see on food or walls is actually only a small part of the entire organism. Most of the mold consists of microscopic thread-like structures called hyphae. These tiny filaments branch repeatedly to form a complex network known as mycelium. The mycelium grows deep inside bread, fruit, wood, drywall, or other materials, absorbing nutrients from within. If you like similar educational content, please like, subscribe, and share the video with your friends. The colorful fuzzy layer on the surface usually consists of specialized reproductive structures that produce enormous numbers of microscopic spores. These spores function somewhat like seeds, although biologically they are completely different. They are incredibly light and can be carried by air currents for hundreds or even thousands of kilometers. In fact, you are breathing mold spores right now. That may sound alarming, but it is completely normal. Mold spores are naturally present almost everywhere: in the air, soil, water, on plants, and inside buildings. Every breath contains tiny numbers of spores, and in healthy people the immune system usually removes them without any problems. However, simply landing on a surface is not enough for mold to grow. A spore must find the right conditions before it can develop into a new colony. It needs moisture, oxygen, suitable temperatures, and an organic food source. When all of these conditions are present, the spore begins to germinate and a new mold colony starts to grow. Many people believe that mold appears simply because food gets old. In reality, age alone does not cause mold growth. Every mold colony begins with a microscopic spore. These tiny reproductive cells are constantly floating through the air around us. Every day, billions of spores settle on food, furniture, clothing, walls, floors, and almost every other surface. Most of these spores never develop into mold because the conditions are not suitable. They can remain dormant for weeks, months, or even years, waiting for the right environment. Once a spore lands on a damp surface with enough nutrients, it begins to germinate. The first structure to emerge is a thin filament called a hyphae. As it grows, it branches repeatedly, forming an expanding network known as mycelium. Although we usually notice only the fuzzy patch on the surface, the mycelium often spreads much deeper inside the material. This is why simply scraping away visible mold often does not solve the problem. The majority of the organism may still be hidden beneath the surface. Unlike animals, molds do not have mouths or digestive systems. Instead, they release powerful enzymes into their surroundings. These enzymes break down complex organic materials into much smaller molecules, which the mold then absorbs directly through its cell walls. In other words, mold digests its food outside its own body before absorbing the nutrients. This unique feeding strategy allows molds to grow on an incredible variety of materials: bread, fruit, vegetables, wood, paper, fabrics, leather, drywall, wallpaper paste, carpets, and even ordinary household dust can all provide enough nutrients for certain species. The single most important factor controlling mold growth is moisture. Without water, mold cannot actively grow. This is why mold is commonly found in bathrooms, basements, around leaking pipes, after flooding, near poorly insulated windows, or in buildings with inadequate ventilation. Whenever water vapor condenses onto cool surfaces, ideal conditions for mold development are created. Temperature also plays an important role. Most household molds grow best between approximately 20 and 30 degrees Celsius, which happens to be the same temperature range that humans find comfortable. However, some species can continue growing inside refrigerators, while others survive in much warmer environments. As the mycelium expands, the mold eventually begins producing millions, or even billions of new spores. The slightest movement of air can carry these spores throughout a room, allowing entirely new colonies to establish themselves elsewhere. This incredibly efficient method of reproduction explains why molds have become one of the most successful groups of organisms on Earth. Today they inhabit nearly every ecosystem, from tropical rainforests and deserts to Arctic regions, and even some of the most extreme environments on the planet. Yet molds are not simply unwanted household pests. Some species have revolutionized medicine, food production, and biotechnology, while others can produce dangerous toxins or affect human health. In the next chapter, we'll explore both the remarkable benefits and the potential risks of these extraordinary organisms. Although the word mold usually has a negative meaning, the reality is much more complex. Scientists have identified tens of thousands of mold species, and estimates suggest that hundreds of thousands, or even millions of species may exist worldwide. Only a relatively small percentage are harmful to humans. Many are actually essential for nature and extremely valuable to modern science and industry. One of the best-known examples belongs to the genus Penicillium. Certain species of this mold produce penicillin, the world's first antibiotic. Since its discovery, penicillin and other antibiotics have saved hundreds of millions of lives, making modern surgery, organ transplantation, cancer treatment, and many other medical procedures possible. Molds are also widely used in food production. Famous cheeses such as Camembert, Brie, Roquefort, and Gorgonzola owe their distinctive flavor, texture, and appearance to carefully selected mold species. These beneficial molds are completely different from the unwanted molds that spoil food. Beyond medicine and food, molds are used to manufacture enzymes, vitamins, organic acids, pharmaceuticals, industrial chemicals, and biofuels. In biotechnology, fungi are among the most important microorganisms used in large-scale industrial production. However, not all molds are beneficial. Some species produce toxic chemicals known as mycotoxins. These compounds help molds compete with other microorganisms, but they can also be harmful to humans and animals. Mycotoxins may develop on crops such as corn, wheat, peanuts, tree nuts, coffee beans, spices, dried fruits, and animal feed if they are stored under warm and humid conditions. Among the most dangerous are aflatoxins, produced by certain species of the genus Aspergillus. Aflatoxins are considered some of the most potent naturally occurring toxins known. Long-term exposure can damage the liver and significantly increase the risk of liver cancer. For this reason, food products around the world are routinely tested to ensure that mycotoxin levels remain well below strict safety limits. Indoor mold can also affect air quality. As mold colonies grow, they continuously release spores into the air. In sensitive individuals, inhaling these spores may trigger allergic reactions such as sneezing, runny nose, itchy eyes, coughing, wheezing, or skin irritation. For most healthy people, the immune system removes inhaled spores without difficulty. However, people with weakened immune systems, including transplant recipients, cancer patients undergoing chemotherapy, individuals taking immunosuppressive medications, or those with certain chronic lung diseases, may be at greater risk. In rare cases, certain mold species can even cause serious lung infections or other invasive fungal diseases. It is important to remember that not every mold is automatically dangerous. Many claims found online greatly exaggerate the health risks associated with ordinary household mold. The actual level of risk depends on several factors, including the mold species, the amount of exposure, the duration of exposure, and the person's overall health. Despite the problems mold can cause in homes, it remains one of the most important groups of organisms on Earth. Together with bacteria, fungi are responsible for decomposing dead organic matter and recycling nutrients back into ecosystems. Without them, Forests would become buried under layers of dead plants. Nutrients would no longer circulate efficiently, and life as we know it would be dramatically different. Humans have also learned to benefit from molds. They have given us life-saving antibiotics, specialty cheeses, industrial enzymes, pharmaceuticals, biotechnology products, and many other valuable materials that improve our daily lives. In many ways, mold reminds us that nature is rarely simple. The same type of organism that can spoil food or grow on a damp wall can also save millions of lives through antibiotics or help produce foods enjoyed around the world. What appears to be nothing more than a fuzzy patch on a piece of bread is actually part of an incredibly complex organism that has shaped Earth's ecosystems for hundreds of millions of years. Through their ability to decompose organic matter, recycle nutrients, produce powerful chemicals, and adapt to almost every environment on the planet, molds remain one of the most remarkable and often misunderstood groups of living organisms.